The sacred I Am, written and published by I Am Audiobooks. Your divine birthright includes infinite abundance. From the moment of your creation, you were blessed with an unlimited capacity for abundance. This divine birthright is woven into the very fabric of your being, waiting to be recognized and claimed. Just as a prince or princess is born into royal wealth, you were born into spiritual abundance that naturally extends into material prosperity. Many people struggle with accepting this truth because they've been conditioned to believe in scarcity and limitation. These beliefs are not your natural state. They are learned patterns that obscure your true abundant nature. Your divine birthright of abundance exists independently of your current circumstances, family background, or economic situation. Think of abundance as the air you breathe. It's everywhere, always available, and exists in infinite supply. You don't question whether you deserve to breathe or if there will be enough air. In the same way, abundance is your natural inheritance, flowing freely when you open yourself to receive it. This birthright stems from your divine origin. As a spiritual being having a human experience, you carry within you the creative power of the universe. This power includes the ability to manifest abundance in all forms: wealth, resources, opportunities, and prosperity. When you fully embrace this truth, you begin to shift from a mindset of lack to one of infinite possibility. Your abundance birthright operates through universal spiritual laws. Just as gravity works consistently, whether you understand it or not, these laws of abundance function continuously. By aligning with these laws consciously, you activate your natural flow of prosperity. This isn't about forcing or struggling. It's about returning to your natural state of being. Throughout history, spiritual masters and wealthy individuals have understood this profound truth. They recognize that abundance isn't something to be achieved, but rather remembered and allowed. Your task isn't to create abundance. It's to remove the barriers that block your awareness of the abundance that already exists. The universe operates on principles of expansion and abundance. Look at nature. Seeds multiply into countless plants. Trees produce abundant fruit, and life continues to expand endlessly. This same principle of multiplication applies to your prosperity. Your divine birthright includes the ability to multiply resources, create value, and generate wealth naturally. Understanding your abundance birthright requires a shift in perception. Instead of seeing wealth as something outside yourself that must be pursued, recognize it as an inherent quality of your divine nature. This shift transforms your relationship with money and prosperity from one of struggle to one of natural flow. Your spiritual DNA contains the coding for unlimited abundance. Like a mighty oak tree exists within an acorn, the potential for vast wealth exists within you. This potential isn't dependent on external conditions, but on your willingness to acknowledge and express your divine nature. Living from this understanding changes everything. You begin to make decisions from a place of abundance rather than fear of lack. Opportunities appear naturally. Resources flow more easily, and prosperity becomes your normal experience. This isn't about becoming something new. It's about returning to your original state of divine abundance. This birthright extends beyond mere financial wealth. It encompasses abundance in all areas: relationships, health, creativity, and spiritual connection. As you embrace your abundance birthright, you'll find that prosperity flows naturally in multiple forms, creating a rich and fulfilling life experience. Claiming your abundance birthright is a sacred act. It's not selfish or materialistic. It's an expression of your divine nature and enables you to be of greater service to others. When you live in alignment with your abundant nature, you become a channel through which universal prosperity can flow to bless not only your life, but the lives of all you touch. Wealth flows naturally to divine consciousness. Wealth flows to divine consciousness as naturally as water flows downhill. This fundamental truth has been understood by spiritual masters and successful individuals throughout history. When we align our consciousness with divine awareness, we tap into the unlimited abundance of the universe, creating a natural conduit for wealth to manifest in our lives. Divine consciousness represents our highest state of awareness, a state where we recognize our oneness with the infinite source of all creation. In this elevated state, we naturally attract wealth because we vibrate at the frequency of abundance. Just as a radio must be tuned to the correct frequency to receive a particular station, our consciousness must be aligned with divine abundance to receive its material manifestations. Understanding divine consciousness requires us to shift our perspective from seeing ourselves as separate beings struggling to acquire wealth to recognizing ourselves as expressions of infinite abundance. This shift doesn't happen through force or strain, but through gentle awareness and alignment. When we operate from divine consciousness, we no longer chase wealth or worry about its acquisition. Instead, we become natural channels through which abundance flows. The universe operates through natural laws, and the flow of wealth follows these same principles. Just as gravity consistently pulls objects toward the earth, divine consciousness consistently attracts wealth and abundance. This attraction isn't based on wanting or needing, but on being in alignment with our divine nature, being open to receive, and being grateful for the constant flow of abundance. Many people block their natural wealth flow by maintaining consciousness rooted in lack, limitation, and separation from the divine. These mental patterns create resistance to the natural flow of abundance, much like debris blocking a river's course. By cultivating divine consciousness, we remove these blockages and allow wealth to flow freely into our experience. Divine consciousness includes awareness of our inherent worthiness to receive abundance. When we truly understand that we are divine beings, we naturally expect and accept prosperity as our rightful experience. This isn't about ego or entitlement, but about aligning with the truth of our divine nature. The universe responds to this alignment by manifesting material abundance in our lives. Practicing divine consciousness involves maintaining awareness of our connection to the infinite source while engaging in daily activities. This doesn't mean withdrawing from the material world, but rather bringing divine awareness into all our actions, including our relationship with money and wealth. When we handle money matters with divine consciousness, we transform ordinary financial transactions into sacred exchanges of energy. Through divine consciousness, we understand that wealth isn't limited to material resources, but includes all forms of abundance: love, joy, creativity, and opportunity. This expanded awareness allows us to recognize and receive abundance in all its forms, which naturally translates into material prosperity. Our divine consciousness becomes a magnetic force, attracting wealth through multiple channels and unexpected sources. As we deepen our divine consciousness, we begin to experience synchronicities and opportunities that lead to increased wealth. People, circumstances, and resources naturally align to support our prosperity. This occurs not because we're manipulating external conditions, but because we're aligning with the natural flow of universal abundance through our elevated consciousness. Living in divine consciousness means maintaining unwavering faith in the abundance of the universe while taking inspired action aligned with this truth. It means seeing beyond temporary appearances of lack and holding steady in the knowledge that wealth flows naturally to those who maintain divine awareness. This consciousness creates a stable foundation for continuous prosperity, allowing wealth to flow naturally and abundantly into every area of our lives. Sacred energy magnetizes material prosperity. Energy is the foundation of all existence, including material wealth and abundance. When we understand and work with sacred energy principles, we naturally magnetize prosperity into our lives. This magnetism isn't about forcing or struggling. It's about aligning with the natural flow of universal energy that constantly moves toward expansion and abundance. Sacred energy operates through vibration and resonance, Every thought, feeling, and belief we hold creates a specific energetic frequency. When we cultivate high vibration states through connection with our divine nature, we naturally attract corresponding experiences of abundance and prosperity. This is why spiritual masters throughout history have emphasized the importance of maintaining elevated consciousness and pure intention. To activate your prosperity magnetism, begin by recognizing that you are an energy being first and foremost. Your physical body and material circumstances are simply the densest expression of your energetic state. By consciously working with your energy field, you can transform your relationship with material wealth. This involves regular practices that raise your vibration and strengthen your energetic connection to abundance. One powerful way to enhance your prosperity magnetism is through sacred breathwork. The breath is a direct bridge between spirit and matter, connecting your divine essence with physical reality. When you breathe consciously while holding the intention of abundance, you literally inhale prosperity, aligned energy, and exhale any resistance to wealth. This practice creates an energetic vacuum that the universe naturally fills with abundance. Your thoughts and emotions generate specific energy patterns that either attract or repel prosperity. Fear, doubt, and scarcity thinking create contracted energy that blocks the natural flow of abundance. Conversely, trust, gratitude, and expansive thinking generate magnetic energy that draws wealth toward you. By maintaining awareness of your energetic state and choosing thoughts that align with prosperity, you become a powerful attractor of material abundance. The sacred practice of blessing activates profound prosperity magnetism. When you bless money as it flows into and out of your life, you imbue it with divine energy and enhance its magnetic properties. This includes blessing your income, expenses, investments, and even your bills. Each blessing amplifies the sacred energy of prosperity and creates a field of attraction for greater abundance. Your physical environment also plays a crucial role in prosperity magnetism. Sacred spaces that honor abundance help maintain high vibration energy conducive to wealth attraction. This could include an abundance altar, meaningful symbols of prosperity, or simply maintaining a clean, organized space that welcomes the flow of abundance. The energy you cultivate in your environment becomes a magnetic force for material prosperity. Regular energy clearing is essential for maintaining strong prosperity magnetism. Just as we clean our physical bodies, we must cleanse our energy field of any stagnant or negative frequencies that could impede the flow of abundance. This can be done through meditation, sound healing, or simple practices like smudging with sacred herbs. Working with sacred energy for prosperity isn't about manipulating external circumstances. It's about aligning your entire being with the natural abundance of the universe. As you develop your understanding and practice of energy principles, you'll find that material prosperity flows more easily and naturally into your life. The key is consistency in maintaining high vibration states and trust in the perfect unfolding of universal abundance. You are always working with energy, whether consciously or unconsciously. By choosing to work consciously with sacred energy principles, you become an active participant in creating your prosperity reality. Your energy field becomes a powerful magnet for material abundance, attracting wealth in alignment with your highest good and the good of all. Your divine essence attracts unlimited wealth. Within the depths of your being lies a divine essence that naturally attracts unlimited wealth and abundance. This sacred core of who you are exists beyond the physical realm, operating as a powerful magnet for prosperity when fully recognized and embraced. Your divine essence is the eternal aspect of you that remains unchanged by external circumstances or temporary conditions. When you connect deeply with your divine essence, you automatically align with the universal flow of abundance. This connection dissolves the artificial barriers between you and wealth, allowing prosperity to flow naturally into your experience. Many people struggle with wealth creation because they operate from their limited ego self rather than their expansive divine essence. The key to activating your divine essence as a wealth attractor lies in regular communion with your higher self. Through meditation, prayer, or quiet contemplation, you can strengthen your awareness of this sacred core. As you spend time in this elevated state of consciousness, you naturally clear the mental and emotional blocks that have prevented wealth from flowing freely into your life. These blocks often stem from inherited beliefs, societal programming, or past experiences that convinced you that wealth is difficult to obtain or somehow wrong to desire. Your divine essence knows no such limitations. It exists in perfect harmony with universal abundance and recognizes wealth as a natural expression of divine energy in material form. Creating wealth through divine alignment requires surrendering the ego's need to control exactly how prosperity will manifest. Your divine essence operates at a higher level of intelligence than the conscious mind and can orchestrate opportunities and synchronicities far beyond what you could plan. Trust that when you stay connected to this sacred core, the perfect circumstances for wealth creation will naturally unfold. The practice of living from your divine essence involves maintaining an elevated frequency throughout your daily activities. This means choosing thoughts, words, and actions that reflect your true abundant nature rather than reacting from lack or limitation. As you consistently hold this higher vibration, you become an increasingly powerful attractor for material prosperity. Your divine essence also serves as a bridge between the spiritual and material realms. Through this sacred aspect of yourself, you can translate pure potential into tangible wealth. This process happens naturally as you learn to recognize and follow your inner guidance. The quiet nudges, inspired ideas, and spontaneous insights that come through your divine essence are often the seeds of significant financial opportunities. Your divine essence exists beyond time and space, meaning it can attract wealth from infinite sources, not just those visible to your physical senses. By maintaining your connection to this boundless aspect of yourself, you open to prosperity flowing from unexpected directions and in surprising ways. The key is to remain receptive and avoid limiting how wealth should come to you. Working with your divine essence also means releasing attachment to specific outcomes while maintaining clear intentions for abundance. This balance of focused desire and spiritual surrender creates the optimal conditions for wealth attraction. Your divine essence knows the perfect timing and means for manifesting your prosperity goals. As you deepen your relationship with your divine essence, you'll find that wealth creation becomes more effortless and joyful. Instead of striving and struggling to make money, you'll experience prosperity as a natural expression of who you are. Your divine essence continuously broadcasts a signal of abundance to the universe, drawing to you the perfect opportunities, resources, and connections for creating lasting wealth. Abundance flows from your spiritual inheritance. Your spiritual inheritance is a vast reservoir of abundance that transcends physical limitations and material circumstances. This divine birthright flows through your spiritual lineage, connecting you to an infinite source of wealth and prosperity that has been yours since the beginning of creation. Understanding and accessing this spiritual inheritance opens powerful channels for material abundance to manifest in your life. Think of your spiritual inheritance as an energetic trust fund that has been accumulating divine wealth across dimensions and lifetimes. This sacred legacy carries the accumulated wisdom, power, and abundance of your soul's journey through existence. You are not starting from zero. You are already wealthy beyond measure in spiritual terms, and this inner wealth naturally seeks to express itself in material form. Your ancestors, both physical and spiritual, have contributed to this inheritance through their experiences, achievements, and evolutionary growth. Every victory over limitation, every expansion of consciousness, and every moment of abundance they experienced has been encoded into the spiritual DNA you carry. This means you don't have to pioneer the path to prosperity. You simply need to claim what is already yours. Accessing your abundance lineage requires shifting your perception from external seeking to internal recognition. The wealth you desire already exists within your spiritual inheritance. It simply needs to be activated and allowed to flow into physical expression. This activation occurs through conscious connection with your spiritual legacy and willingness to receive its gifts. Your spiritual inheritance includes both universal abundance consciousness and unique individual prosperity codes. The universal aspect connects you to the infinite wealth of creation itself. The same energy that manifests galaxies and sustains ecosystems flows through you. The individual aspect carries specific gifts, talents, and abundance patterns that are uniquely yours to express in the world. To activate your inherited wealth potential, begin by acknowledging and accepting your place in this divine lineage of abundance. Release any unworthiness or doubt about deserving prosperity. These are not part of your true inheritance. Instead, embrace the truth that abundance is your natural state and rightful legacy. Meditation and contemplation help you attune to the frequency of your spiritual inheritance. As you quiet the mind and open your awareness, you can sense the vast resources available to you. This is not just visualization or positive thinking. It's connecting with real spiritual assets that are waiting to be claimed. Your spiritual inheritance also carries specific instructions for wealth manifestation encoded within it. These come through as intuitive nudges, inspired ideas, and divine guidance about opportunities and actions to take. Learning to trust and act on these inherited wisdom promptings accelerates your prosperity manifestation. Accessing your spiritual inheritance is not about struggling or striving. It's about allowing what is already yours to flow freely into your experience. This inheritance operates through spiritual law, not human effort. Your role is to align with it, accept it, and let it express through you. As you embrace your spiritual inheritance, you become a conscious channel for divine abundance to flow into the world. This is not just about personal wealth. It's about fulfilling your role in the greater evolution of consciousness. Your prosperity becomes a blessing that uplifts others and contributes to the expansion of abundance awareness on Earth. Begin today to consciously claim your spiritual inheritance. Know that vast abundance is already yours, waiting to be recognized and received. Let go of any limiting beliefs or patterns that block your inheritance from fully expressing. Open yourself to receive the endless flow of prosperity that is your divine birthright. As you do, you'll find material wealth naturally manifesting as a reflection of the spiritual abundance you've always carried within. Sacred knowing activates financial flow. Deep within you lies an infinite well of sacred knowledge that, when accessed, becomes a powerful catalyst for financial abundance. This innate wisdom transcends intellectual understanding. It's a knowing that resonates at the soul level and naturally activates the flow of prosperity in your life. As you develop and trust this inner guidance system, you create an unshakable foundation for wealth manifestation. Sacred knowing emerges when you quiet the analytical mind and tune into the whispers of your higher self. This divine wisdom carries precise instructions for your unique path to abundance. Unlike conventional financial advice, which operates from limited external perspectives, sacred knowing taps into universal intelligence that understands the perfect timing and circumstances for your prosperity to unfold. Your inner guidance system is always broadcasting the most direct route to abundance, but many people have learned to doubt or override these subtle messages. Developing trust in your sacred knowing requires regular practice of stillness and receptivity. Through meditation, contemplation, and mindful awareness, you strengthen the connection to your internal wisdom. As this connection deepens, you naturally begin to make choices that align with greater prosperity. Divine timing plays a crucial role in the manifestation of wealth through sacred knowing. While the ego mind often demands immediate results, your inner wisdom understands the perfect orchestration of events required for sustainable abundance. Learning to trust divine timing means releasing attachment to how and when prosperity arrives. This surrender actually accelerates the manifestation process by removing resistance and allowing universal forces to work on your behalf. Sacred knowing also helps you recognize and act on divine opportunities for wealth creation. These opportunities may not always appear logical to the rational mind, but they carry an energetic resonance that you can feel when aligned with your inner guidance. Following these intuitive prompts, even when they seem unconventional, opens unexpected channels for prosperity to flow into your life. Your sacred knowing extends beyond personal guidance to encompass universal principles of abundance. This deeper understanding reveals how energy naturally transmutes into material form and how consciousness shapes financial reality. As you operate from this expanded awareness, you become a more powerful co-creator of wealth, working in harmony with cosmic laws rather than struggling against them. The activation of financial flow through sacred knowing requires consistent practice and dedication. Regular communion with your inner wisdom builds a strong energetic foundation that naturally attracts abundance. This isn't about forcing or manipulating outcomes, but rather about aligning with the natural currents of prosperity that are always available to you. Trust becomes the bridge between sacred knowing and material manifestation. As you learn to trust your inner guidance without questioning or doubting, you create a clear channel for abundance to flow. This trust extends to the universe itself, knowing that your highest good is always being served, even when circumstances appear challenging on the surface. Sacred knowing also reveals the perfect balance between action and allowing. Your inner wisdom guides you to take inspired steps while remaining receptive to universal support. This dynamic interplay creates momentum in your wealth creation, while maintaining alignment with divine flow. Through this process, financial abundance becomes a natural expression of your spiritual connection rather than a forced or struggled achievement. Sacred knowing is your birthright, a divine gift that enables you to navigate directly toward greater prosperity. As you cultivate this inner connection and allow it to guide your financial choices, you activate powerful flows of abundance in your life. This awakened state of knowing transforms your relationship with money from one of uncertainty or limitation to one of confidence and infinite possibility. Divine wealth is your natural state. When we examine the fundamental nature of existence, we discover that abundance and prosperity are not external conditions to be achieved, but rather our natural state of being. Just as a flower naturally blooms and a river naturally flows, divine wealth flows through our lives when we align with our true nature. This innate state of abundance has been obscured by generations of collective belief in lack and limitation, creating a veil between us and our natural prosperity. Our journey back to natural abundance begins with recognizing that poverty consciousness is an artificial construct, a learned pattern that can be unlearned. Think of how nature operates. There is no scarcity in the number of stars in the sky, leaves on trees, or grains of sand on beaches. The universe exists in a state of infinite abundance, continuously expanding and creating. As spiritual beings having a human experience, we are intrinsically connected to this infinite supply. Living in divine prosperity requires a profound shift in consciousness. Instead of seeing wealth as something we must struggle to obtain, we begin to understand it as our natural resonance. This shift occurs when we release the accumulated layers of poverty consciousness that have been imposed upon us through societal conditioning, family patterns, and limiting beliefs. Like cleaning a window that has become clouded over time, we remove these layers to allow our natural state of abundance to shine through. The process of returning to natural abundance involves reconnecting with the rhythms and principles of the natural world. In nature, everything operates in cycles of giving and receiving. Trees release oxygen and receive carbon dioxide. Oceans evaporate and return as rain, and energy flows in continuous cycles of transformation. When we align ourselves with these natural principles, we begin to experience wealth as a natural flow rather than a forced acquisition. Our natural state of divine wealth extends beyond mere financial abundance. It encompasses a rich experience of life in all its dimensions: relationships, creativity, health, and spiritual connection. This holistic prosperity emerges when we release the artificial barriers we've created between different aspects of abundance. Money, love, creativity, and spiritual growth are all expressions of the same divine energy flowing through different channels. The key to living in this natural state lies in our ability to maintain consciousness of our divine identity. When we are spiritual beings, temporarily expressing through physical form, we naturally attract and generate wealth. This isn't about forcing or manipulating circumstances, but rather about allowing our divine nature to express itself freely through our human experience. Divine prosperity becomes evident in our daily lives when we learn to trust in the natural flow of abundance. This trust isn't passive. It's an active state of consciousness that recognizes and responds to opportunities, while remaining grounded in the knowledge of our inherent wealth. Like a tree that doesn't worry about its next leaf or flower, but naturally produces in accordance with its nature, we begin to generate prosperity as a natural expression of who we are. Operating from this awareness transforms our relationship with money and material resources. Instead of seeing them as scarce commodities to be hoarded or competed for, we recognize them as natural expressions of divine energy in physical form. This shift in perception allows us to interact with wealth in a more fluid and expansive way, free from the constraints of fear and limitation. As we embrace divine wealth as our natural state, we become conscious participants in the universal flow of abundance. We no longer need to force or struggle to create prosperity because we understand that it is the very essence of our being. This understanding liberates us from the exhausting cycle of seeking and striving, allowing us to rest in the knowledge that abundance is as natural to us as breathing. Living in divine prosperity becomes a journey of remembering rather than achieving. We're not creating something new, but returning to our original state of abundance. This homecoming to our natural wealth brings with it a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. As we align with the truth of who we are and allow our divine nature to express itself fully in all areas of our lives. Your birthright includes effortless prosperity. The concept of effortless prosperity often challenges our conventional beliefs about wealth creation. We've been conditioned to believe that abundance requires constant struggle, hard work, and sacrifice. However, this perspective directly contradicts the natural flow of universal abundance. When we observe nature, we witness how trees effortlessly bear fruit. Flowers bloom without strain, and rivers flow without strain, and rivers flow without forcing their path. The same principle of effortless manifestation is your divine birthright. The key to accessing effortless prosperity lies in surrendering to the natural flow of abundance. Just as you don't need to force your heart to beat or your lungs to breathe, wealth can flow into your life with the same natural ease. This surrender isn't about passive inaction, but rather about releasing resistance and allowing the universal forces of abundance to work through you. When you align with this truth, you stop pushing against the current and start flowing with it. Divine ease manifests when we release our grip on how wealth should appear in our lives. Often, we create unnecessary obstacles through our rigid expectations and limiting beliefs about money. These mental constructs act as dams, blocking the natural flow of prosperity. By embracing uncertainty and remaining open to unexpected opportunities, we allow abundance to find its way to us through divine timing and perfect circumstances. The principle of effortless prosperity doesn't mean you won't take action. Instead, it transforms the quality of your actions. Rather than operating from a place of desperate striving, Your actions become inspired and guided by divine wisdom. This is the difference between pushing a boulder uphill and letting it roll naturally downhill in the right direction. When you're aligned with your divine nature, the right opportunities, people, and circumstances naturally gravitate toward you. Understanding effortless prosperity requires a shift in consciousness from doing to being. Instead of constantly trying to make things happen, focus on embodying the energy of abundance. This means cultivating a state of receptivity, gratitude, and trust in the universal flow. When you operate from this state of being, your actions become more effective and require less effort because they're aligned with a natural current of abundance. Your birthright of effortless prosperity includes the ability to manifest through joy rather than struggle. When you follow what brings you genuine happiness and excitement, you tap into a powerful creative force. This alignment with joy creates a magnetic field that naturally attracts abundance. The universe responds to your authentic expression by opening paths of least resistance toward your desires. Allowing wealth to flow requires releasing the need to control every aspect of its manifestation. This doesn't mean becoming irresponsible or passive, but rather trusting in the divine orchestration of events. When you surrender to this higher intelligence, you'll often find that better opportunities appear than what you could have planned with your limited perspective. This surrender creates space for miracles and synchronicities to enter your life. The practice of effortless prosperity involves maintaining a state of relaxed awareness. This means staying conscious and responsive to opportunities while remaining free from anxiety about outcomes. It's about finding the balance between focused intention and relaxed allowance. When you master this state, you'll notice that abundance flows most freely when you're not desperately seeking it. Your divine birthright includes the ability to receive abundance without struggle or strain. This truth becomes more apparent as you align with your natural state of being. By embracing the principle of divine ease, surrendering to the flow of abundance, and allowing wealth to manifest through joy and inspiration, you activate your inherent capacity for effortless prosperity. This is not just a possibility, but your natural state of being as a divine creation in an abundant universe. Sacred energy transforms into material wealth. The universe operates through energy transformation, constantly flowing and changing from one form to another. This fundamental principle applies equally to the manifestation of material wealth from sacred spiritual energy. When we understand and work with this natural process, we can consciously participate in transforming divine energy into tangible prosperity in our lives. Every thought, intention, and spiritual practice carries a specific energetic frequency. When we engage in sacred practices with the consciousness of abundance, we generate powerful energy patterns that seek physical expression. This transformation process follows universal laws, much like how sunlight transforms into plant growth, or how electrical energy converts to light. Our role is to become conscious conductors of this sacred energy, allowing it to flow through us and manifest as material abundance. The key to this transformation lies in maintaining energetic coherence between our spiritual practices and our desire for material wealth. We must release any guilt or resistance about combining spirituality with prosperity. The divine source of all creation expresses itself through both spiritual and material abundance. They are two aspects of the same energy. When we align our spiritual practice with this truth, we create a clear channel for energy transformation. Sacred practices like meditation, prayer, and energy work generate high-frequency, spiritual energy. This energy naturally seeks expression in all aspects of our lives, including the material realm. By holding the intention for this energy to manifest as financial prosperity, we direct its flow toward tangible wealth creation. This is not about forcing or manipulating energy, but rather about allowing natural transformation processes to occur through our conscious participation. The quality of our energy determines the nature of its material manifestation. Pure, loving, and generous spiritual energy transforms into abundance that flows freely and benefits all. Fear-based or greedy energy creates blocked or unstable manifestations. This is why maintaining high vibrational spiritual practices is essential for sustainable wealth creation. Through regular sacred practice, we cultivate energy that naturally transforms into lasting prosperity. Our physical world provides countless examples of energy transformation. Water becomes steam, seeds become plants, and ideas become innovations. Similarly, spiritual energy transforms into material reality through focused intention and aligned action. When we understand this process, we can consciously participate in it, creating the conditions for divine energy to manifest as material wealth in our lives. The transformation process requires both receptivity and action. We must remain open to receiving spiritual energy while taking inspired steps in the physical world. This might involve following intuitive guidance about business opportunities, making conscious choices about spending and saving, or sharing our abundance with others. Each action becomes a sacred practice when performed with awareness of the underlying energy transformation. Practical rituals can support this transformation process. Creating sacred spaces for wealth attraction, using crystals or symbols that represent abundance, and performing prosperity ceremonies all help to focus and direct spiritual energy toward material manifestation. These practices work by establishing clear pathways for energy to flow from the spiritual into the material realm. Time spent in nature can enhance our understanding of energy transformation. We can observe how the sun's energy transforms into plant growth, how water cycles through different states, and how ecosystems thrive through energy exchange. These natural processes mirror the transformation of spiritual energy into material wealth, teaching us to trust and work with universal principles. As we deepen our practice of transforming sacred energy into material wealth, we become more skilled at maintaining the flow of abundance. We learn to recognize and clear energy blocks, align our actions with divine timing, and create powerful manifestation fields. This mastery allows us to consciously participate in the eternal dance of energy transformation, expressing our spiritual abundance through material prosperity. Abundance recognition awakens money flow. The art of recognizing abundance lies at the heart of manifesting greater prosperity in your life. When you develop the ability to see abundance everywhere, you activate a powerful force that naturally draws more wealth toward you. This recognition isn't merely about noticing material wealth. It's about developing a deeper awareness of the infinite abundance that permeates all of existence. Think of abundance recognition as putting on a pair of special glasses that allow you to see the wealth that surrounds you constantly. The air you breathe is abundant, the sunshine is unlimited, and the creative ideas flowing through your mind are inexhaustible. As you cultivate this awareness, you begin to realize that scarcity is an illusion, and abundance is the true nature of reality. Gratitude serves as a powerful catalyst in this process of abundance recognition. When you genuinely appreciate what you already have, you tune your consciousness to the frequency of abundance. Each expression of gratitude sends a signal to the universe that you recognize and value its gifts, which in turn attracts more blessings into your life. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a fundamental law of energy and attraction. Money flows naturally to those who can recognize and appreciate its current presence in their lives, no matter how small it may seem. Even if you have just a few dollars in your pocket, treating that money with respect and gratitude creates an energetic signature that attracts more. Notice how money already serves you through the infrastructure you use daily, the services available to you, and the opportunities surrounding you. The practice of abundance recognition extends beyond the material realm. Begin to notice the abundance of love, friendship, knowledge, and opportunities in your life. Every smile you receive, every moment of peace, every bit of wisdom you gain, is a form of wealth. As you expand your definition of abundance, you create more channels through which material prosperity can flow into your life. Your awareness of abundance needs to become more refined than simply noting its presence. It must evolve into a deep knowing that abundance is the natural state of being. Look at nature. Trees produce thousands of seeds, not just one or two. The ocean contains countless drops of water. The universe consists of billions of galaxies. This fundamental abundance is reflected in every aspect of creation, including the potential for material wealth in your life. When you truly awaken to abundance consciousness, money begins to flow more freely. This happens because you've aligned yourself with the natural flow of universal prosperity. You no longer push against the current with thoughts of lack or unworthiness. Instead, you open yourself to receive the unlimited abundance that is your birthright. Developing this level of awareness requires practice and persistence. Start by maintaining a daily abundance journal where you record every instance of wealth, prosperity, and abundance you notice. Include both material and non-material forms of wealth. This practice trains your mind to automatically seek and recognize abundance rather than focusing on lack. Your recognition of abundance must extend to your self-worth as well. Acknowledge that you are inherently worthy of prosperity and that the universe delights in flowing abundance through you to bless others. As you embrace this truth, you naturally attract more opportunities for wealth creation and financial growth. Abundance recognition is not about denying challenges or difficulties. Instead, it's about maintaining an unwavering awareness of the underlying abundance that exists even in seemingly challenging circumstances. This steadfast recognition creates a stable foundation for consistent wealth attraction and manifestation in your life. The flow of money responds directly to your level of abundance recognition. As you deepen this awareness, you'll notice more financial opportunities, unexpected income, and creative ideas for wealth creation. Your enhanced abundance recognition literally awakens dormant channels of monetary flow, allowing prosperity to pour into your life with greater ease and frequency. Divine consciousness creates rich reality. The profound truth about consciousness is that it shapes every aspect of our experienced reality, including our material abundance. When we elevate our consciousness to align with divine truth, we naturally become powerful co-creators of wealth and prosperity. This creative power isn't something we need to acquire. It's an inherent quality of our divine nature that simply needs to be recognized and expressed. Our consciousness acts as the foundation from which all material manifestations arise. Just as an artist first envisions their masterpiece before bringing it into form, we must first hold the vision of abundance in our consciousness before it can materialize in our physical reality. This creative process operates through universal laws that respond to our dominant thoughts, beliefs, and emotional states. When we maintain divine consciousness, we naturally attune to the frequency of abundance. This elevated state of awareness allows us to see beyond apparent limitations and connect with the infinite potential that exists in the quantum field. From this perspective, we understand that wealth isn't something external to be chased, but rather an internal state of being that naturally expresses itself in our material experience. The process of creating rich reality through divine consciousness involves maintaining consistent alignment with higher truth. This means regularly choosing thoughts of abundance over scarcity, gratitude over lack, and possibility over limitation. As we hold these higher vibrations, we become powerful magnets for prosperity, naturally attracting opportunities, resources, and circumstances that mirror our internal state. Creating from divine consciousness also means releasing attachment to specific outcomes while maintaining unwavering faith in the perfect unfolding of our prosperity. This paradoxical state of decisive intention combined with peaceful surrender allows the universe to work through us in unexpected and magnificent ways. We become channels for abundance rather than trying to force or control its expression. Our rich reality emerges as we learn to operate from the truth of our divine nature rather than the limited perspectives of the ego mind. The ego sees separation, competition, and scarcity, while divine consciousness knows only unity, cooperation, and infinite abundance. By choosing to view life through the lens of our higher awareness, we naturally align with the prosperity that is our birthright. The practice of creating through divine consciousness requires us to maintain vigilant awareness of our thoughts and feelings throughout each day. When we notice ourselves slipping into lower vibrations of fear, doubt, or lack, we can gently redirect our attention back to the truth of abundance. This consistent choice to align with higher consciousness gradually transforms our entire experience of reality. As we deepen our connection with divine consciousness, we begin to understand that we are not simply creating wealth as separate individuals, but rather participating in the infinite flow of universal abundance. Our personal prosperity becomes an expression of the greater abundance that exists throughout creation. This understanding removes any sense of guilt or unworthiness about creating wealth, as we recognize it as a natural expression of divine law. The rich reality we create through divine consciousness extends far beyond mere financial wealth. It encompasses a deep sense of fulfillment, purpose, and connection with all of life. Money becomes simply one form of expressing the abundant nature of our true being, flowing easily and naturally as we maintain our alignment with higher truth. This creative process requires patience and persistence as we learn to sustain divine consciousness amid life's challenges. Yet with consistent practice, we develop an unshakable knowing of our creative power and our ability to manifest prosperity. Our rich reality becomes increasingly stable and expansive as we master the art of creating from higher consciousness. Your spiritual DNA carries wealth codes. Within the intricate design of your spiritual DNA lies an encoded blueprint for abundance that has been part of your divine makeup since the beginning of time. Just as your physical DNA carries genetic information that determines your physical traits, your spiritual DNA contains sacred codes that govern your relationship with wealth and prosperity. These wealth codes are not random, but carefully woven into the fabric of your being by divine intelligence. Your spiritual DNA is constantly broadcasting signals to the universe about your abundance potential. When these wealth codes are fully activated, they naturally attract financial opportunities, resources, and material prosperity into your life. Think of these codes as divine instructions that, when properly accessed, automatically align you with the infinite flow of abundance that permeates the universe. The key to unlocking these wealth codes lies in understanding that they are already present within you. You don't need to acquire them from external sources or struggle to create them anew. Instead, the process involves awakening what is dormant and allowing these natural prosperity patterns to express themselves fully in your life. This awakening occurs through conscious recognition and deliberate activation of your inherent abundance programming. Every cell in your spiritual being contains these wealth codes, much like every physical cell contains your complete genetic blueprint. When you operate from this understanding, you begin to recognize that prosperity isn't something you need to chase or pursue. It's an integral part of your spiritual genetic makeup. This recognition alone starts to activate these dormant codes, bringing them to life in your experience. The activation of wealth DNA involves a process of spiritual attunement and energetic alignment. Through meditation, prayer, and conscious intention, you can begin to resonate with these prosperity frequencies embedded in your spiritual genome. As you raise your vibration to match these frequencies, you naturally begin to attract and manifest greater abundance in all areas of your life. Your spiritual DNA also carries information about your ancestral wealth patterns and the abundance wisdom of those who came before you. By consciously connecting with this ancestral prosperity knowledge, you can tap into generations of wealth-building wisdom stored within your spiritual genetic code. This connection allows you to benefit from the accumulated abundance experiences of your spiritual lineage. Programming your prosperity codes involves consistent focus and attention on abundance. Each time you choose thoughts, feelings, and actions aligned with prosperity, you are effectively strengthening these wealth codes, in your effectively strengthening these wealth codes in your spiritual day. This programming becomes more powerful over time, creating new neural pathways in your consciousness that make abundance attraction automatic and natural. The wealth codes in your spiritual DNA also contain information about your unique path to prosperity. Not everyone's journey to abundance looks the same because each person's spiritual genetic makeup is unique. By honoring your individual prosperity blueprint, you allow your wealth to manifest in ways that are perfectly aligned with your divine purpose and highest good. Understanding that these wealth codes are part of your spiritual DNA helps eliminate doubt and uncertainty about your ability to create abundance. You no longer need to question whether you deserve prosperity or if you're capable of achieving it. Instead, you can rest in the knowing that abundance is quite literally part of your spiritual genetic makeup. Working with your spiritual DNA requires patience and persistence. Just as physical DNA expresses itself gradually over time, your wealth codes activate and manifest at the perfect divine timing. Trust in this process and continue to nurture your prosperity consciousness, knowing that your spiritual DNA is constantly working to bring your abundant inheritance into physical reality. By embracing and working with these encoded wealth patterns, you align yourself with the natural flow of universal abundance. Your spiritual DNA becomes a powerful ally in your journey to prosperity, automatically guiding you toward opportunities and experiences that expand your wealth and enhance your material well-being. You are genetically designed for abundance, and every cell of your spiritual being carries this truth,